I am a beader and also an educationist. I am here to teach you how to use bead to make a lot of things. Here in the table I have a lot of things to show you, but for today's teaching we are going to teach you on how to make a bow tie. Now I am going to introduce all the things here made by me with beads. Here is a pair of shoe, a high heel shoe. This is a beaded work. It has a lasting durability. You can wear it to any place you want to. It has a heel and has a rose on top. So this is a beaded work. And also you can have the beaded shoe as a palm sopas. This is what we have. And here on the table I also have the flower vase pot. This is called wine flower vase. You can use this in your dining table. You can use this in your kitchen to stack your spoons. At the dining table you can put a flower to decorate your dining table. So it is mostly used by people that love beadwork. Now this is cup cover. You can use this pattern of beads to cover your cup in the dining and also in the kitchen. And also here I have a flower vase, mainly for bachelors. You can put it at the side of your wall. Then you place a flower inside. And here also I have a table mat for your parlor, for your dining. And also on the table I still have a bag, a purse-like bag that has a straight hand. It's still made by bead. The next I have the belts. We ladies, we use this one. You can use it to any place you want to. Let me show you how to use the beaded belts. A lot of people like it when I use it to many places. They call me to make theirs for them. So it is fine and precious. Here also I have the big flower vase. It is used mostly by people that love beaded things. For example, if you go to a big restaurant, you see people using it. You can put it in your parlor. You can put it anywhere you like. And also this is a bob flower vase. It looks like a bob shape. So it is used for anything. You can use it in the parlor. You can use it in your dining sets. And also I have a purse. This is a Starbucks purse. This is what we call it. It's a Starbucks purse made by beads. And it's made by me also. Here I have the Abuja connection purse. This is what we call the Abuja connection, and I also made it with a big bag. Last on the table I have the big multi-purpose bag that goes nursing mothers, everybody, anybody can use it. You can use it in your corporate way and you can use it in your traditional way. But for today's teaching, we are going to pay attention with the bow tie making. I'm going to teach you how to make a bow tie with beads. You can see it on the screen. This is my bow tie, and this is what we are going to have at the end of this class. I still have on the table the purse. This is a fine purse, mostly used by young ladies. They love using it, and when they put it across their shoulders, it looks good on them. So a lot of people, they ask me, they call me, I used to design it for them. And here also on the table I have the big bag. This bag is called Abuja connection bag. You can see it is a connecting beaded work. So that's why we give the name to it as Abuja connection back. And also I have another purse here on the table, the star back. The star back is a fine and unique bag. It takes time for you to prepare it, but it looks good after preparing it. Now also on the table I have the big multi-purpose bag that goes with everything you are doing. You can pack everything in your house and you still have it intact in the big bag, in the big beaded bag. You can see the bag. It looks big, unique, and it's fine. Okay, but for today's teaching, we are going to concentrate on the bow tie making. This is a beaded work made with beads. You can use the bow tie to any place. It is a unisex beaded work. A man can use and also a woman can also equally use it. So it is a designed work made with the beads. We also have we also make the long tie. But for today's class, we are going to teach you and drill you on how to make a bow tie. Now, I am going to introduce to you the things we are going to use for the bow tie making. Here, the first I have my pair of scissors for the cutting of the fishing line. Here are my fishing lines. I have the first fishing line. Your fishing line, you may choose to use a particular fishing line depending on what you are going to make. But for today's bow tie making, we are using 0.50 millimeter. We also have various fishing lines. The millimeters, it depends on what you are using. But for your bow tie to be strong, beautiful and unique, we have to consider 0.50 millimeter for the production of the bow tie. And also on the table I have my needle and thread for the back of the bow tie. I also have my elastic band. The elastic band for the bow tie, you use the elastic to wear the bow tie. And also here I have the rice bead and the beans bead. Here is my beans bead and here is my rice bead. And also you must have an understanding that we don't just pick the beads like that. First you go to the market, you think of the kind of bead we are going to use, you look at the color we are going to use. But for today's teaching, I just felt I should pick the two colors, which are blue and orange. And also the bead comes in various packs. Going to the market, you see it like this, but not like this. We need a plate also for the making of the bow tie. You must have a plate to use beading work. I have the measuring tape. The measuring tape is used for the cutting of the fishing line, depending on what you are going to do and the size of the fishing line you are looking for. So you use the tape to measure the fishing line. Let's get to work. First, you have to cut your fishing line to the desired length you are going to use. So you get your measuring tape. Then you use your pair of scissors, you cut the fishing line. In cutting the fishing line, you have to be careful so that you don't cut your measuring tape equally. Now, this is my fishing line. I have here a yard of fishing line, which is 36 inches. This is the size I'm going to use for my fishing line. First, I pick my beans bead. Then I pick my rice bead. And also have my beans bead. Then I use the rice bead again to intercross. Then this is what you have. I then drop my other beans bead at the side. Don't forget we are picking the bead one after the other. So I now pick my beans bead. I drop it at the left hand side. I also drop the other bead at the other side of the hand. Then I use the rice bead to intercross. In intercrossing, you pass the fishing line through the bead. So I'm passing this other side, then intercrossing it. This is what I have. This is what I have. You continue dropping your beans bead at the two sides of the rope. Then you continue to intercross the bead with the rice bead till you get to the length of the bow tie you are looking for. You continue passing the bead, that's the beans bead, then intercrossing it with the rice bead. This is the rice bead. You are passing the two fishing line across the rice bead. You continue like that till you get to the desired length of the bow tie you are looking for. You continue intercrossing and also passing of the work. You continue doing it. Don't forget, bead is good for those people who are patient. If you are not patient, you cannot do it. You cannot make it. As a beader, you must be patient because it is not passing of the bead. You're picking the beads one after the other. For you to become a bead maker, you must have a lot of patience in doing your work. Continue passing the beads and then also intercrossing the beads. There are a lot of beads in the market. We have varieties there. You can get down to the market, get the desired bead you're looking for. Don't forget you can use other beads to make bow tie. It's not just the rice and the beans bead. We have the crystal beads, we have the sample beads, we have the stone beads. We have a lot of varieties in the market. When you get to the market, you tell the seller what you're looking for, you have it at the end of the day, you produce what you're going to produce. You continue passing your balls, your beans bead, and then intercrossing it with the rice bead. Till you get to the length you are looking for. Now you continue passing the balls, the beans bead, and you intercross it with the rice bead till you get to the length you are looking for. You continue passing left and right beans bead, then you intercross it with the rice bead. Don't forget, you must have a length in your at the back of your mind what you are looking for. Like mine, I have here 7 inches. That's the length of the bow tie that I want to make. So as well, you can pick 8, you can pick 6, depending on what you are looking for. It depends on what you like. We have the long bow tie, and also we have the short bow tie. So depending on what you are looking for. But for today's teaching, I am picking 7 inches to show you that your work has to be accurate and perfect. Now let's get down to the turning of the beads. This is the last bead. In turning the bead, you need not to intercross again with the rice bead. Rather, you intercross with the beans bead so that you turn to the side of the work you are doing. Now you turn and intercross at the side to get your work this way. Don't forget, if your row gets finished, you can join your row. The last line of the bow tie, the last line of the work, you have to turn and intercross at the bean side to get the side of the bead turned to the other side so that you can join another line. If you can see here, we have up to like 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So this is the first line of the work. We are about to turn to have the second line. So in the last line of the bead, you need not to intercross again with the rice bead. Rather, you intercross now with the beans bead, and that's what I have here. We are about to turn the bead. You add again the rice bead to continue your work. You add again your beans. Then you start and intercross again to get what you are looking for. Last line. You turn it, you intercross with the beans to get the shape and the side you are about to turn. Now the next thing you are about to do is you pick the rice bead, you drop it there. You also pick the beans bead, you drop it. Then you use the rice bead again to intercross, just as we did in the previous line. And you must know that this rope is called the connecting rope, while this one is the passing rope. You use this to drop the beads, while you use this other rope to connect the previous line to the present line you are working on. So this is called the connecting rope, while this is called the passing rope. You continue passing your rope, your fishing line. You continue passing the fishing line to the line because you are connecting the previous line to the present line you are working on. So you now pass your ball bead, the beans bead, and you also intercross it again with the rice bead. Now this is what I have. This is the second line, the formation of the second line. You connect it again with the previous beans line bead. You see, I said this is a connecting rope. You are connecting the previous line to the new line. So you connect and also you drop the bead. You now drop the beans and you now intercross it again with the rice bead. Don't forget, there are a lot of beads you can use to make bow tie. It's not just the rice and the beans. You can use any type of bead you so much like and value. It's not just the rice and the beans. There are a lot of beads in the market. You have varieties there. So you continue passing your beads, your fishing line. That's you are connecting the work to the new one you are doing, till you get to the estimated length of the bow tie. It is good when you know it, because it will not take much of your time. Rather, it's a passionate something when you know it. It becomes something you do when you don't want to be bored. You start making your beads and also making your money. So it is good you learn and know how to do. Be a director of yourself. Be a manager of your money. Control your money through handwork. I continue passing my balls and also intercrossing with my rice. Did you? Now you continue dropping your beans bead and still intercrossing with the rice bead. I told you earlier you must bead it till you get to the estimated length of 7 inches we've picked for today's bow tie. Now we are about to close the second line. You now pick the connecting rope. You drop the rice bead. Then you now intercross again with the beans bead to tell you are about to turn to another line. Now look at the second line here. We are about entering the third line. You bring the rice bead again. You also bring the beans bead, and you also intercross again with the rice bead. Don't forget the names of the fishing line, the names, the types that I told you. I said this is the connecting rope, while this is the dropping rope. You drop the bead at this side while you pass the bead at this other side. So you continue the process just as you did in the second line. This is the third line. So you continue connecting the rope to the previous line. Then you pass the ball to the rice. Now you have the third line formation. This is the third line. You are forming the third line of your work. You continue the process till you get to the end. Beading is good and beading is lucrative. You can make money through the beading work. You can start up a small thing with a very little money, like 500 to 600. You just get to the market, you get the fishing line, you get the beads. We have the bead of 100 naira and we also have the bead of 50 naira. So you can start up a little thing with the beading work. From there you start earning money from your customers. We have a lot of things we are doing here. You continue passing and intercrossing the bead. You connect it again to the previous line. You're connecting the fishing line to the bead. You pass the ball, then you intercross again with the rice. till you get to the end. This is the process. This is how you do it till you get to the length you are looking for. Just as we turn the other line, we are going to do the same thing with this third line. What you have on the table are just little of what we are doing. We have a lot of work lined up in our shops. When you continue passing your work, just as I said, it is a continual process till you get to the estimated line you are looking for. You continue passing and also intercrossing. You intercross again with the rice. This is what you have. This is the third line. This is the third line now. You continue passing and intercrossing. You can be a madam of your own with just little money. Like now, if you have 500, you can produce a bow tie and you can sell it at a rate you like. You can use 500, you produce it, sell it 1,500, thereby making money. So it is lucrative and also it is a passionable work. Something you do it with passion. It's not strenuous, it doesn't pain you. You are just sitting down one place and passing the beads and also connecting to your work. Don't forget we are using the fishing line point 50 millimeters because we want our bow tie to be strong. Now you continue passing and connecting your work, connecting to the previous line with the present line you are working at. You continue to connect the line. Now, I told you that in getting to the end of the line, you don't intercross again with the rice. Rather, you turn the mouth of the side you are going to work on. You intercross the bead with the beans bead. Now, this is the third line. We are about forming the next, that's the fourth line now, so that we'll have a desired shape of the bow tie. The next one is you pass your rice bead, then you drop your beans bead and also you intercross again with the rice bead to make your work good and perfect. You make sure your ropes, your fishing line looks strong and hard while making a bow tie. Now this is the fourth line formation of the bow tie. You continue the process just as we did with the previous lines. You continue passing your ball beads and also intercrossing with the rice bead till you get to the end of the work. You can see I am about approaching the end of the fourth line. I'm still connecting my work and still passing and dropping the beads at the same time. Still connecting and intercrossing. I'm still connecting the other line to the present line I'm working on. Dropping the ball, now I'm intercrossing it with the rice bead. Now this is the end of the line for the bow tie. In getting to the end of the line, you must turn the connecting rope. Then you pass it, not intercrossing again with the rice, rather you intercross with the beans. This is the last line. This is the last line of the work. You continue passing your ropes. Make sure you don't end it there and you cut it. As you are approaching the end, you fix back your ropes to make your work thick and strong. As I'm passing, I did not cut the rope. I continued passing the rope to make my work strong. There is how you pass your work and your bow tie becomes weak and worn. It is not the best way. Rather, you continue to buckle in the fishing lines till you notice within yourself that your work is strong. You continue passing your fishing line under other beads. Make sure while passing your fishing line under, you're tucking in the fishing line to make your work stronger. It is now time for you to use your pair of scissors. Now you pick up your scissors, you get to the end of the rope, you cut it. Make sure as you are cutting, you are not cutting the main fishing line that is under the bead. So you have to be careful while cutting the fishing line. Make sure you cut it this way so that it doesn't touch the main fishing line under the bead. You take time to trim your work. Now we have the desired size, the length and the shape of the bow tie. The next thing we are going to consider is the turning. Good to go, okay. Now you cut another fishing line so that you'll be able to bend the edge of the matting work. You get the fishing line, you pick your pair of scissors, you now cut the fishing line. Look at what I've done. The next time is for you to fold up the bow tie, the edge of the bow tie. You pass a fishing line at the end of it. You pass again. This is the folding of the bow tie. You drop your beans bead. you've gotten the first mouth folding, you continue the process. You now pass it through the rice bead, just as I told you. You pass it under the rice bead. You drag your fishing line to be strong. Then you pass it again to the other rice down. You now pick the ball bead, you intercross for it to be strong. You continue the process till you get to the end of the edge. You pass it under, then you still intercross it with the beans bead. Don't forget you can use any bead in making a bow tie. It depends on what you are looking for and how you want your work to look like. You continue intercrossing and passing till you get to the end of the work. You still pass it under the rice bead. Then lastly, you intercross it again with the ball bead to get a unique and a fine shape for the bow tie. Now you know you are not going to leave it at that. You get to the other side of the work. You do the same with this other side. You now fold the matted bow tie. You get your fishing line again. You cut the desired length of the fishing line. Use your pair of scissors. You cut it. Look at the edge here. You just do as the other, as we did the other. You pass in the fishing line under the second line. You cross it with the third line. That is, you are folding your bow tie so that your work will be neat and fine. You now pick the beans bead again to intercross. Now this is what you have. Then you pass it again, you intercross it again with the rice bead. Remember, in passing the lines, the fishing line under the bead, sometimes you may experience difficulty because of the number of times you pass the bead. So make sure you check on the hole very well. You try to fix it well. Try to use force to pass the. There are some difficulties in the passing of the fishing lines. So when you have any difficulty in passing of the fishing line, you just get your needle. You pass your needle gently so that you don't break the beads. You pass your needle gently, just like this. You pick up your needle. You pass your bead. You pass the needle under the bead so that it will create a space for the fishing line to penetrate. So you continue doing the work, continue passing and intercrossing the bead. You have to be patient as a beader. You don't have to rush, because if there is any mistake detected in a matting work, you have to go all over again to do it. That means you have to be careful and you have to be patient in making any bead work. You continue intercrossing the work. Okay, so you continue the process till you get to the end of the bead. You continue passing up and down. Then you pick up your ball bearings again and you intercross it so that your work will be strong and perfect. You continue passing the fishing line under the rice bead. Till you get to the end of it. Now that we've gotten the two bended mouths, we proceed to the next level of it. That is folding the bow tie to the desired size and the desired shape of what you are looking for. This is how you have your bow tie. Now the mouth has been properly trimmed and taken care of. You get the bow tie. You now turn it up. You hold it well. Then you need another fishing line to tack in the middle of the bow tie so that you can get this size of the bow tie. You can have so that you have the curve here. You need to bend the back of the bow tie so that you can achieve the curve there. The next thing is you cut your fishing line again. You count your bead. You count the level of the bead. You check it properly and then you divide the bead into two. You now pick the folding. You fold it to a way it will be the same here and the same there. Supposing you are having 13 lines, you pick the 3 lines here, you pick the 5 and you leave the 3 for the holding of the mouth, the bow tie. Let's get to doing it. Now, since you've gotten the size and the shape of your bow tie, you count your bow tie and divide it. You pick up to 3 lines at the middle. You insert a fishing line. You drop a bead at the middle. Then you close it with the other side of it. You use a ball bead now to intercross the work to make your work stronger and fine. Now this is what we've got to. This is the first line. You proceed to the next line bead. You now pick your ball bead again. You now intercross it. You connect it to the other line again. You must, as you are doing, you have to drag your fishing line hard so that it will make this folding to look good. If it is loose, it will make the folding to be weak. So you must understand it that in folding a bow tie, you must drag your fishing line hard so that you have a perfect work on it. You continue passing the fishing line. Don't forget, you have to count the beads, the number of beads, before dividing your beading to 2, before you start the folding. If you are just picking it, your bow tie will be one side long while the other side will be short, and it will not look good. So in doing, you must consider the numbers of beads at this other side, and then other side you balance it with the numbers of beads you are folding with. Now we've gotten the fold mouth. All the fishing lines you are seeing are the end of the production work. You now have to put the fishing lines in place, then you trim off your work so that you have a perfect work. Then the next thing is that we'll get to how to put on the bow tie. In putting a bow tie, I told you earlier that you must use an elastic band, and this is my elastic band to be used. This is my elastic band. It can go with anybody. Anybody can use it because it has an elasticity in it. Then you applied it under your work. You pass it through your work. You pass it through your work. You get it to the back of the work. This is where you now need to work with our needle so that we will stitch and get a clean job. Now this is my needle and the thread. This is my needle and the thread. You start the tacking of the elastic to get what we are looking for. You try to tack your elastic You tack it properly and gentle so that at the end of the day, your stitching will look neat and fine. You close the mouth again. You pick it up and down, up and down. In doing this, you've gotten the back side of the elastic mouth close. You now get your scissors, you cut it, and you tighten the mouth of the thread. You must make sure the thread is properly tightened. If not, it can get loosed at any time. Now you cut the thread out. You trim the mouth to get the accurate thing. Now all these fishing lines under, you need not to cut them just like that. After this you can see we've gotten our desired bow tie. So the next thing is you now have to sit back well. You trim your work to make it good, just as I did here. So you try to hit the fishing lines. You hit the fishing lines. At the end of it, you now use a scissors to cut it. The next thing is, after finishing the bow tie, you've noticed that all the fishing lines are still spraying all over. You get your scissors, you try to hit the ropes under the beads. Remember, you are not supposed to cut any fishing line at the end of your work without boggling the fishing line inside the beads, so as to make your work strong. So for you to make your work to be strong, you need to boggle in all the fishing lines used in the work, and at the end of the day, you use a pair of scissors and trim them all, just like this. You can see at this point that I have gotten my desired bow tie, and this is what I'm going to use, and the bow tie looks good. You can see me using it. After having the desired bow tie, we were all waiting and watching to learn. These are other things I can make. You can see the back, the belts, my purse, the table mats, the flower vase, and a whole lot of this. I have my shoe. I have a shoe that if I move on to any place, I'll be called, I'll be tapped for some other arrangements. They will be calling me to produce more for them. So apart from being an educationist, I make a whole lot of money with my beadwork. For instance, if I'm asked to come and design people, I make a whole lot of money. So you graduates out there, it is your work to wake up, to sit up. That is why we have the slogan at the moment, Dakada Initiative. Dakada simply means get up and use your hand to do what you know. So I bought the idea, the initiative, and that's why I'm making a whole lot of money with the initiative. With my beadwork, I go to where I want to go. I have a lot of apprentices I'm teaching. I have some of them that have graduated, that have owned their own shops. I am here to tell you that don't sit back waiting for the white collar job. Rather, go outside, make use of what you can do with your hands. Please come up, learn work, not just beading. We have a lot of trade nowadays. You can learn and be a master of your own. Stop now. Don't go about roaming the streets looking for work. Be a director of yourself. Control your money. Control your affairs. Now, to learn more on this, the address is on your screen. Call us or send us an email. We are here to guide you and direct you on how to be a manager of your own.